Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base, plus free premium delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
'Twas a cold winter's night, and without any heat, I wore Bombas socks so they'd warm up my feet. Yay, my feet cried. These socks are the best. So cushy and warm, I can finally rest. But don't rest, I said. There's more, if you please. Bombas also makes underwear, slippers, and tees. And for each thing you purchase, they donate one new to someone who needs it so they're cozy too. Everybody deserves to feel good all the time, so gift Bombas this season. That's the end of this rhyme. Go to bombas.com/audio and use code AUDIO for 20% off your first purchase.
The kettle's boiled, Vic.
Great. Perfect timing. Just a dash of milk for me, please, mate.
Here you go. Shall we get started then?
Have you ever woken up on a Sunday morning and said, I'm never drinking again, and then found yourself waving $50 at a barman by happy hour?
Are you wondering why everyone else can stop at 1 while you head to a dodgy after-party with a weird bloke called Disco Dave? If so, it might be time to take a deeper look at your relationship with your reliable social crutch, alcohol.
On each episode, we'll investigate our own dysfunctional dealings with booze and find out if it's possible to stop this deeply ingrained habit before things get too messy.
Yep, we're going to open up a shame shed of humiliating drinking stories to help you understand why waking up from a booze coma each weekend with a kebab sticking out of your top pocket might actually be negatively impacting your health.
Hamish and I are here to delve into what it's like being sober, an unwanted warts and all look into why giving up those cheeky pints or putting down those mummy wines will make you feel happier, help your anxiety and mental health, and turn you into the most sparkly, authentic version of you.
Won't that mean I become boring though, Vic?
Well, Hamish, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm Victoria Vanstone.
I'm Hamish Adams-Cairns.
And this is Sober Awkward. Folks, it's time to fasten your seatbelts, check where the emergency exits are, and take off on a 30-minute sober flight.
Or 45.
We need Alan to add some airport noises in there, don't we? We'll
good.
try and do that. A journey with no sick bags and a lot less visits to the toilet. Hamish did a recent post about alcohol in airports on our Instagram page, and the Cuppa website got a lot of people talking. In our drinking days, we would certainly have the odd early morning airport pint or guzzled down a few mile-high Bloody Marys to settle the nerves. But since going sober, we can see just how messed up this culture truly is.
Yeah, my first experience of flying sober was such an eye-opener. What might have seemed like a bit of fun to help get us in the holiday mood has turned into something far more dangerous and really just plain weird. Pun slightly intended.
Plain weird. Well
Thank
done,
you.
Hamish.
I
Good.
really appreciate that. That was one of the ones I wrote and didn't mean to, and then I reread it and thought...
Clever.
Thank
You're
you.
just like a genius that doesn't even know it.
Thank you so much. Air travel and all that it involves can be a huge trigger for those of us walking the sobriety tightrope.
So true. Walking through that shop with the posh perfumes and a cheap vodka as soon as you've got your carry-on checked, it's just the beginning of the total booze bombardment. It's somewhat overwhelming seeing people stocking up on cheap cigarettes and Baileys, along with a bucket and spade. I find myself purchasing a giant Toblerone to shake off the cabin fever. So over the course of today's episode, we want to find out why this culture exists and offer you insight in how to avoid relapsing when confronted with alcohol at airports and on board.
It's weird how often we turn to chocolate.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah. It's always chocolate to help the booze.
Toblerone, yes please.
Oh, a massive Toblerone, wonderful. Let me begin by walking you through exactly what my experience of Gatwick Airport was a couple of weeks ago.
Brilliant,
okay?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So, I got through security and the bag check by 7 a.m. The first thing I saw at duty free, alongside all those aftershaves and the discounted spirits, I was offered a taster of a spirit.
At 7 a.m?
7 a.m.
Oh
so
my
do you
gosh.
want to try it before buying it? 7 a.m. Okay.
7 a.m.
Once I'd made it through there, I noticed the Wetherspoons pub. Now, it was literally full. Every single table, inside and even the outside area, which is still in the airport, but you know what I mean, completely full. It was the only place in the whole airport that was full. Okay, the waitress walked past me. She was carrying 3 cocktails and 3 pints of lager on a tray.
At 7 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to, I've got so many questions.
You can ask.
Do you think they were people that had arrived at the airport and had checked in? Or do you think they were people that were on changeover flights that had got sort of lost with time?
No.
Flown in from Dubai and then flown in from here, and they were stuck there for a few hours?
They look too fresh. You can tell somebody's on a layover. It's that sort of stench and
the layover people. Yeah.
No. These people have just got there. This was the beginning. Yeah, for sure. And the thing that rattled me, that there were parents drinking pints as their children had breakfast.
Oh my God!
Imagine ordering the kids scrambled eggs and 3 pints of beer. You know, what weird
I can
order.
imagine that.
Yeah, sounds great. No. So literally the children, I saw a child doing a drawing in book as the parents were drinking pints.
Interesting, isn't it?
We've been those people.
Yes,
So
we're not
I'm not
judging.
saying
No.
these people are wrong. I have definitely had drinks at airports at that time. But I think now I'm sober, it just looks weirder. Anyway, then we got on the flight. Now, one of the good things about flying with a baby is you get the seat at the front that has what's it called?
Cot.
A cot. I
Yeah.
should know that. And that seat seems to be directly behind business class, okay? Which I
good.
always think is so unlucky.
Yeah, so bad.
We're literally sitting half a metre away from somebody who's paid 10 grand for a flight, and we've got screaming babies, a row of screaming babies.
Yeah.
So I feel for them. But I also feel for myself because immediately before the flight is taken off, you hear champagne bottles.
Yes.
So champagne bottles get opened, and the waitress, the air hostess, walks down the aisle offering everyone a champagne before the flight, 9 a.m. at this time. And then once you're airborne, everyone gets stuck in, right? So people sitting around me were asking for the in-flight beers and the miniature bottles of wine before the breakfast trolley came down.
Wow.
So we're airborne, the seatbelt light's gone off, right? It's a long haul, let's make our money back in free booze.
Yeah.
And it was just so extraordinary to me. But I think the pre-sober version of myself would have thought free alcohol on an overpriced flight sounds like a great opportunity to even the score. You know, let's drink our weight in booze, so the flight's not 900 quid each way.
Yeah, drink $900 worth of booze.
Yeah,
right.
Free flight. But the reason I want to do an episode on it is to focus on the dangers that all of this presents to those of us who are sober.
Definitely. That is so true. What's sad is that nothing you have mentioned surprises me. It can be quite overwhelming. So let's look at 3 fundamental reasons why people drink in these circumstances. Why the rules concerning consuming alcohol seem to go out of the window in airports and on board flights.
Yes. Okay, so let's start by talking about nerves.
Yes, you'd think that'd be the main one, hey?
It seems to be the big one. So around 6.5% of Americans have an intense fear of flying. I don't know what the stats are for reasonable fear of flying, but that is intense fear of flying. 6.5%. Whereas some will turn to drugs to help relax them. Lots of people take, downers or sleeping pills or whatever.
Yep.
Many will turn to the bowl and see a couple of pre-flight drinks as the perfect antidote to quieten the fear. It might even help them fall asleep, I suppose.
I know a few people who have given, I think there's this drug called Nefergen or something. It's got a funny kind of Swedish
Fenergen.
name. Fenergen. Is that what it's called?
I was recommended it for babies flying.
Yes, people say it can go either way.
That's why
it's
I
too
didn't
risky,
do it. That's
isn't
why
it?
I didn't do it.
Yeah, you can go. Either they'll be like passed out for the whole flight, or they'll be mega over the top.
Yeah.
Like, what's the word?
Well, hyper.
Hyper, yeah.
But I was only told that about 2 days before the flight. I thought it's too close to the flight to risk it. If I gave him Fenergen the day before the flight and he went mental all day, that would screw us for the flight anyway.
I mean, it's going to have a downfall. It's going to have fallout giving your baby something. I don't recommend giving your baby anything to let it sleep
The best
more.
thing about it is the fact it's called Fenergen, which, along with Montepulciano, as I said last week or the week before, is my second favourite word now.
It sounds like a piece of furniture you might buy at IKEA rather than a drug. Anyway, so that is one of the reasons, nerves. I know I used to get very nervous on flights, and of course I drank through many a flight because of nerves. Well, I said it was because of nerves, but it was actually just because I was overexcited and an alcoholic.
Thirsty.
The other reason is celebration. Planes mean travel, and travel often means a holiday. It's time to relax, put your feet up and celebrate some time off work. Sadly, we've both fallen into the trap many times of thinking that the only way to celebrate is to drink alcohol. Even if you're travelling for a work trip rather than a holiday, You might look at drinking on board the flight as a means of connecting with a new business partner or celebrating one less day spent at the office.
Yeah, I think that is, I would say probably 50% of drinkers in airports and aeroplanes are probably thinking, I'm on holiday, we're celebrating.
Yeah, it's like an excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the rules of people, I think people justify it by going, well, we're going to Dubai and it's 2 PM in Dubai, so it's okay for us to have a drink at 7 a.m.
The watch has something to do with it.
Yeah, you move the watch
You
forward
move
and
the
then
watch
you feel okay.
forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Finally, the third reason people often drink on travel days is to do with the stress. Even if you don't have a fear of flying, a day's travel can be highly stressful. The early rise, the packing, the screaming children, the overweight bags, the pressure of having to have fun on an expensive trip, the dodgy-looking weather forecast, all of those things can build up and result in you rewarding yourself with a drink or 4 once you've checked in.
I'm actually going to add one here,
Yes.
Hamish. I'm going to add a number 4, which is tradition. People drink at airports and on planes just because that's what they've always done. It's as ingrained as sipping a sunset cocktail in a pool bar or chugging steins of lager at a German beer festival. Us humans are creatures of habit, and drinking at airports is just something we've all done traditionally for probably 60 years. And our habits mean we automatically think, well, it's holiday, innit?
Yeah.
It's holiday, mate. And it's all normal. Day-to-day rules are shoved out of the tiny plane window and airport rules take off.
Well done.
I knew you were wanting a few more airport
Yeah,
related
I
puns.
knew you'd add a few, but I sent it to you as well. I hadn't read that one yet. Well done.
Good, thank you. If this pattern sounds familiar, you are not alone. Let us look at some of the numbers behind travel drinking.
A research survey conducted by cheapflights.com.au looked at the drinking habits of 814 Australians. Of these, almost half admitted to downing their first pre-flight drink before midday, and 1 in 5 confessed to drinking before 9 a.m.
A third conceded to having one too many before a flight, and 20% said they knew someone who was not allowed to board a plane because of drunkenness.
I've got a story about this, which I think I'm going to save and tell you a little bit later. Okay, men were more. I don't want to interrupt the fun stats.
No, yes,
I know the listeners are going, don't tell us the story. Carry on with the stats.
Never, ever interrupt the stats again, Hamish. Otherwise, I might be looking for a new co-host.
Studies show that 100% of everybody in the world wants to curl up indoors and do nothing because it's so darn cold out there. That's why many people are turning to Bombas, whose pillowy plush slippers and warm merino wool socks have been said to be the most comfortable in the history of feet. Bombas products have been found to boost coziness by up to 1,000,000%. Okay, enough fake statistics, but could Bombas socks and slippers really be the cure? Go to bombas.com/audio and use code AUDIO for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com and use code AUDIO.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base, plus free premium delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
So men were more likely to drink before and during a flight than women, and 70% of parents said sinking a beer at the bar before boarding made travelling with kids all the more bearable.
Yes, I can understand that.
Blame the kids.
Can I ask the big question, though, Hame? The one that everybody's thinking about?
What is the meaning of life?
No.
What is Cher's surname?
No, but that was actually in the quiz that I did last night.
Really?
Yeah.
Answer?
It wasn't Sonny and Cher's name, whatever that is.
No.
It was some weird long Italian name or
That
something.
is a gag that people keep cracking to me, by the way.
What?
They say, you're going to name your second child Cher?
Oh, Sonny and Cher, of course.
I don't know what Sonny and
Yeah.
Cher.
Oh, dear.
Anyway, yes, is it what's the function of the male nipple?
Yeah, that is it, yeah.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew that was going to come up.
No, it's not that.
Okay, what is the big question?
The question is, does drinking alcohol at altitude make you more drunk?
Yes, this is a goodie, and I've done some research on this, and the answer is actually really confusing.
Okay, right.
On the surface of it, basically the answer is no. It does not affect you any differently.
Really?
I was surprised by that.
I am too.
Just hang in there. Okay. The blood alcohol level is the same for the same amount of alcohol you drink, whatever the altitude.
Okay, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay? However, It's actually a question of oxygen levels, which make you feel a little different. So, aeroplanes keep the cabin pressure about 4% lower than the normal pressure at sea level, which means a slightly lower oxygen intake for us. With that dip in oxygen for fuel, the brain is more susceptible to the effects of certain substances like alcohol, and so people can feel more buzzed sooner with a drink.
Ah, so in other words, you're not more drunk than you would have been if you'd been drinking in a pub, but you might feel that way.
That's it.
Okay, that's
It's
interesting.
about as clear as mud.
No, I've got it. I think I've got it.
Biologically, you're not as drunk, but you feel different. You feel maybe a bit tipsy or a bit drunker.
Interesting, yeah. I definitely felt like I felt more drunk on planes, but maybe it is, the added excitement and being like drunk with people on the plane was fun, so therefore you wanted to drink more.
And also you've been told that the altitude makes a difference your whole life, and I think you maybe just convince yourself that is true.
Yeah, so you probably drink faster because of that, and I don't know. And it's also normally cheaper, is it, on the plane? I can't remember.
It's only really EasyJet and Ryanair you pay,
Yeah, it's free, yeah.
Anyway, we could go on about that all day.
Yeah.
So you've heard about what is happening and why so many people turn to the bottle in these situations, but now it's time for us to lift the skirt on some of our own embarrassing stories. Vic, take it away.
You're not going to lift my skirt.
You're not wearing a skirt?
No, I'm wearing trousers.
That's why I always wear trousers.
I'm wearing a leather thong.
I always wear trousers around you because I know you're a skirt grabber.
Yeah. I'm actually going to surprise you here, Hame, with my lack of turbulent tales.
This never happens.
Turbulent.
Come
hang
on. Okay.
Can't pause.
Well done.
Thank you very much. Sorry to disappoint you, but actually, believe it or not, I have never really been a big plane drinker.
This is massive. What?
I know. I know. I have been drunk on a plane a couple of times, but I was always so scared of having a hangover on a plane and not being able to sit out the rest of the flight without having a panic attack that I didn't do it.
Okay.
Yeah, because my hangovers were so bad. And also I was scared about someone cutting me off and then having to deal with a hangover of getting too drunk on a plane and then someone saying, right, love, you've had enough. We're not serving you anymore.
I would have bet my house on you being a plane drinker.
No, because it meant someone else could take control of my drinking, I think, if we really were to go into the nitty-gritty. I never drank at airports either because I knew that if someone told me to stop, there was a period between the bar and the flight where I would have to act like a normal person to get on the flight. And I love travelling so much that I didn't want to risk not being let on a flight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's really good reasons, actually.
That's
yeah.
quite good. So I like travelling and I'm scared of plane hangovers enough to not drink.
Yeah, and I just wanted to go to that new country or wherever I was going. I was a huge traveller. For 10 years I travelled with my backpack on my own. And knowing that I was going to a different country on my own was enough of an experience for me to abstain, actually.
But isn't that weird, given that when you were travelling, you're probably getting drunk a lot? So you're
yeah,
like,
I got drunk when I got
getting drunk
there.
travelling so much, so I don't want to get drunk on the way to travelling.
That is totally right. Like, why would I miss out on that first night in Bangkok, for example, by being hungover when I arrived? I was never going to do it.
Yeah.
So, and also because of that reason, I know how annoying drunk people are on planes.
Yeah.
So I never wanted to be one. Just because I was not drunk, so I could experience other people. One thing I did do, though, was the smoking rooms at different airports on stopovers or wherever I was. They don't really have them anymore, actually. And smokers on planes, I do remember smoking on planes. Yeah. It's a bit like you with the kids in the row in front of the first class. I remember on the plane, it was in the same cabin, but it was just a row behind everyone else and everyone's smoking. One row behind everyone else. Yeah.
Really?
Unbelievable. Yeah. It was kind of I think it was still the mid-90s, Hamish.
Yeah.
I was smoking on planes. I used to love it. I used to put them out in the little metal ashtray. Absolutely disgusting. I cannot believe that was even allowed. It's hideous.
There wasn't even a glass door. It wasn't even like the trains which had smoking cabins. I remember that, but at least it was a glass door. So this is just an open...
No, it's just the seat behind you.
Could you smell it at the back of the plane?
Yeah, you can smell it everywhere. It's like 50 people smoking. Absolutely random. And I remember those smoking rooms, you always felt a sense of camaraderie in those because you'd go in and be like, yeah, we're the smokers, we're the drinkers, we're a good laugh. And you'd sort of make friends in the smoking room and come out going, oh, yeah, I've got a few new mates now. It's really weird. Yeah, I might start smoking again, actually, just to do that. Like the last
Just to make friends.
Just to make friends, yeah. I do remember flying with a hangover once, getting really drunk with my husband in Brighton and doing karaoke and getting really drunk and knowing that I had to get a flight the next day. And that was like the worst flight of my life. And I remember getting to my destination and booking into the airport hotel. I couldn't drive. I was so hungover.
Wow.
And just sleeping in the hotel for like 24 hours with the windows closed. The other thing I wanted to talk about on planes was often on the news, there's stories like headlines about people acting out on planes and everyone's really shocked by it. And, you know, someone's abused someone or someone's dropped their bag on someone's head. And there's always like people filming it, aren't there, on their phones? Like there was this sort of interaction between people on the plane and how they got dragged off. But often I think, Hamish, those situations are caused by what you have spoken about. The alcohol from the beginning of entering the airport until the point that they're on the plane. So that everybody's shamed on these Instagram reels and stuff of them acting out on an airplane. Those people are probably in a blackout and they don't know what they're doing. Somebody's got a camera in their face. They're not acting in the way they normally do. And then all of a sudden they're all over the internet being this absolute arsehole. I do have a sense of sentiment for those people. Like I feel sad for them because I know what it is like to be that person and not feel like yourself. And it's not really their fault. If you're forcing alcohol on someone and then you put them in that small space with a load of other people, of course they shouldn't act out and you shouldn't do that. But some people, when they're under the influence, they don't really know what they're doing. And it can cause all sorts of terrible things to happen. So I hate that bloody booze shaming. It's another way of saying, like, you're a bad person. But actually, it's the environment that is creating the behaviour.
That's true. Yeah, I guess it's not so much forced on them, but the first thing you see when you walk through a duty-free is booze, and then the pub is usually pretty close to the end of the duty-free. It's usually the first one or two shops that you see. So I guess for some people that can't control those nerves or that excitement or whatever it is, then, it can be an unavoidable drink.
But it's something that they will never live down if you're getting marched off a plane for being over intoxicated. It's something that could affect the rest of your life. You know, you might even get arrested or something. And everyone's like, oh, they're such a terrible person. Look what they did. They got drunk on a plane. Whereas in fact, that whole environment is telling you to get drunk. Yeah. So it's really underhand almost, isn't it? Also, I think drinking on planes is quite toxic for kids. Now that I'm sober, I would say that, of course. Seeing everybody around being pie-eyed isn't the best sort of message, is it, on a plane? I just wanted to tell a quick story about my parents carrying a human head onto the plane. It's another plane story. My parents went to bloody America and bought a ham hock.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't eat it while they're away, so they decided to put it in their luggage, on their carry-on.
To fly from America back to Europe.
England. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it went through the beeping machine, and they heard the guy on the speaker thing talking over the walkie-talkie say, I think we got a human head.
What?
Yeah. And they pulled it. It looked exactly like a human head on the scanning machine. They pulled out as this big bloody ham hock.
I'm sure there are rules about not travelling with food.
I'm sure there are. My parents don't give a shit.
Declare that?
They carry all sorts of things in their suitcase, I should imagine. Yeah, so they did actually get the whole ham through, and it wasn't a person's
You can't
head.
say that on the podcast. What if there's someone from airport security who listens to the podcast who now knows your surname, knows your parents' name? We're waiting for them.
Don't worry, it's only a Christmas ham. Don't worry about it.
Their bags. Vic said they carry all sorts of shit on the flights.
Yeah, I mean like strepsils and head pillows, like nothing like too bad.
Not human heads.
Strepsils.
Where did that come from?
If you're questioning your relationship with booze, you're struggling to moderate, or your hangovers are causing anxiety, it might be time to reach out for some support.
Yeah, just talk to a mate about how you're feeling, contact a local doctor, find an AA or sobriety group. Vic's got one.
Yeah, just head to www.cuppa.community.
Remember, if you're questioning yourself, it might be time to seek support.
Even though this journey can be awkward, it is definitely worth it. And if you've enjoyed the Sober Awkward podcast, don't forget to review it, rate it, and share it with your mates.
Do they have to share it with their mates?
Yeah, of course they do. I'm not doing this for nothing, Hamish. Bloody hell.
How do they share it?
I don't know, just write it on the
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base, plus free premium delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
I don't know about you, but when I'm using AI for my business, I don't need it to tell me what to do. I know what I want. I just need help making it happen. With Wix, I finally have an AI tool that gets things done the way I want. I just have to describe the type of website I need, and it's ready. I can even ask it to manage my inventory, plan my next marketing campaign, or help out my customers. Wix gives me AI wherever I need it. Try it out at Wix.com.
Did you know that parents rank financial literacy as the #1 most difficult life skill to teach? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app for families. With Greenlight, you can set up chores, automate allowance, and keep an eye on your kids' spending with real-time notifications. Kids learn to earn, save, and spend wisely, and parents can rest easy knowing their kids are learning about money with guardrails in place. Sign up for Greenlight today at greenlight.com/podcast.
So, as you probably know, my comedy memoir, 1,000 Wasted Sundays, is officially out. All my magnificent fuck-uppery in one awkward hit. If you'd like to get your hands on a copy, it's now available from all good bookstores.
We always say all good bookstores, don't we?
Yeah.
Are there bad bookstores?
No, it's probably ones with moody sellers.
Oh, yeah, really
Yeah.
depressed librarian folk.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah. So there are probably some, but we're only storing it in the good ones.
It's only made it into the goodies.
You can also get it from all good online retailers. The print version and ebook are out now, and the audiobook will be available in March. I've been writing my memoir for 5 years. It will make you laugh, cry and cringe, and hopefully inspire a few people to reconsider their relationship with booze. If you love the podcast, then I think you'll love the book, even if I do say so myself. Hamish has read it. What did you think?
I feel like I know a little bit too much about you now, to be honest, Vic. Look, I really loved it. It was hilarious and surprisingly moving, but I feel like I've seen you naked in a literary sense.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's worrying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From an emotional point of view, seriously, it wobbled my teeny weeny wooden heart, Vic.
Okay.
My teeny little wooden heart.
Well, his teeny little, his wooden heart is broken. Anyway, so if you do manage to get your filthy mitts on a copy, please do me a favour and head to goodreads.com and give me a review. Doing that will help me get it out there to those that need a bit of sober support. So there you have it. My story, unwanted warts and all. Come and get awkward with me.
Not to be too demanding or anything, but seriously, go and buy it
Yeah,
now.
go and buy it. Go and buy it right now.
Yeah, don't just tell your friends, buy it, and then buy your friends one or two.
Yeah, don't give them a copy. Buy it, yeah.
And you know what? Don't be careful where you store it. If you lose it, you can always buy another 5.
Buy another one.
Yeah.